So welcome to the annual Chancellor's Council Distinguished Teaching and Research Awards. These are awards that are given out on an annual basis to faculty members that represent the best of everything at our universities that we would like to see. And this is something that we've been doing since 2001, and we do this with Chancellor's Council funds. So those of you that are members of the Chancellor's Council, thank you very much. Those of you that are not, shame on you. Honestly, if you see folks that are members of the Chancellor's Council, this is one of the areas that they focus on with their contributions on an annual basis. We have given out more than $1.3 million to more than 200 faculty members over the past 20 years. So this is something that, from a system perspective, it's absolutely the highest honor that we have for our faculty members. And it's our way of recognizing folks that are not only preeminent in their field, but they're admired by their students and their colleagues. We've got 8 great recipients. Anybody here that is a former recipient, would you raise your hand? Let's give them a round of applause. Perlmutter, you didn't raise your hand. That's next year, right? Deans don't get it. This is one of the events. You know, we have a lot of things that we do during the year. This is one of the showcase events that we like to do because it does represent the best of the best with this. We also use the Chancellor's Council funds for awards that go to students. And every year we give over $200,000 in scholarship awards to students. So it's a group that is really, really at the heart and soul of everything that represents the best of not just Texas Tech University, but all the universities in our system. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Skubanek. He's going to give us some remarks, and then we're going to dive right into the program. Thanks for being here, folks.
Thank you, Chancellor Mitchell. And also I would second your expression of gratitude to the members of the Chancellor's Council for making this possible. Allison said, the first order of business is to recognize all those in attendance who should be recognized. Could I ask everyone to please stand up? Thank you very much. So those of you who are being honored today, congratulations. I think this speaks to your level of excellence among your peers. At the same time, I believe what you've achieved also reflects on the quality of our faculty and their contribution. So in honoring you, we're also just recognizing the outstanding faculty that we do have here. And I'm sure those who are being recognized today would join with me in thanking their colleagues, faculty members, deans, chairs, who helped to prepare their nominations. And not only that, but the support they've provided on a daily basis during your time at Tech. And it reminds me of something that just happened right before this meeting. I was in a meeting with the Texas Tech Women's Full Professor Network, and Professor Wendy Adele Humphrey said, I have to leave because I have to run over to the market to take flowers for my colleague who's being recognized. And I think that really reflects the kind of collegiality and support we find, and I'm very proud of that. At this time, I would like to ask Professor Hendrick to come forward, who will read the bios. As you know, Ron joined us, I think, July 1st, having previously been at Georgia, Ohio State, and Michigan State. And since this event is being streamed across the United States, I thought it'd be appropriate to share with you his assessment of Texas Tech relative to those schools. He is amazed at just how superior Texas Tech is to all of us. And we're so glad to have you here, Ron. Thank you.
Well, I think the president paraphrased a little bit, but I have remarked our faculty, like we're recognizing today, compare anywhere. And it's just so rewarding for us and for students and for all those whose work is impacted We're impacted personally by the teaching and the scholarship and the outreach to have such great faculty here. So it's my pleasure to first announce our Distinguished Teaching Award recipients, first of whom is Dr. Peter Deltre. Since 1993, Peter has served as the Rockwell Chair of Weed Science here at Texas Tech University and is an Extension Weed Specialist for Texas A&M AgriLife Research and Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service here in District 2, a 20-county area, home to 3.5 million acres of cotton. In the Department of Plant and Soil Science, he leads courses virtually and in person with students around the world. He's taught hundreds of first-year students in our Radar Ready program, advised or co-advised 43 graduate students, and served on 39 graduate committees. He has a passion for education and takes great pride in the success of his students after they graduate. His numerous awards include the Ex-Student Association's New Faculty Award, Research Outreach Service and Teaching Awards from the Davis College, and awards from the Texas Tech President for Excellence in Teaching and Academic Achievement. He's a fellow of the American Peanut Research and Education Society and the Southern Weed Science Society. His weed management research on several crops has garnered more than $5 million in external research support. His extensive writing credits include 95 journal articles, 8 book chapters, and he's a frequent presenter and speaker. He received his bachelor's degree from the University of Minnesota, a master's degree from Washington State University, and his doctorate from the University of Minnesota. Our second recipient is Professor Sally McDonald Henry. She has taught at She's taught at our law school since 2012. She considers mentoring students to be an important obligation and has been honored as Professor of the Year twice by the Black Law Students Association and Hispanic Law Students Association. She's the president-elect of the bankruptcy section of the Federal Bar Association, an academic master of the Lubbock Inn of Court, editor of the Texas Bank Lawyer, and on the Texas Association of Bank Lawyers Board. She previously was president of the West Texas Bankruptcy Bar Association. Her research focus is Chapter 11 reorganization, and her publications include an annual book updating bankruptcy law for the American Bar Association, new editions and revisions of her treatise on Chapter 11 reorganizations, and numerous articles. She earned a bachelor's degree from Duke University and master's degree from the State University of New York at Binghamton. Before law school, she won a national award for teaching economics as a middle school teacher in New York. After completing her J.D. at New York University School of Law, she clerked for a federal judge, joined the international law firm Skadden, Arps, Slate, Mager, and Flom, LLP, as one of its first women partners. She practiced corporate restructuring law and was the chief trial lawyer on large international restructurings. She has been repeatedly recognized as one of the best lawyers in America and won an award from the Legal Aid Society for her outstanding pro bono work, her proudest professional achievement. Doctor. Our third recipient is Dr. Angela Lumpkin. Since 2014, Dr. Lumpkin has served as professor and the chair of the Department of Kinesiology and Sport Management, which received the 2020 Departmental Excellence in Teaching Award. During this time, she has published 21 peer-reviewed publications, 2 books, and 4 book chapters, has been a member of the TTU Teaching Academy, and received the Distinguished Sport Management Educator Award from the North American Society for Sport Management, a President's Excellence in Teaching Award, and TTU's Inclusive Excellence Award for her commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. She served as a national officer for Phi Kappa Phi and is currently president of the Texas Tech chapter. Professor Lumpkin has received numerous awards and honors for her work in physical fitness and health, including induction to the National Association of Sport and Physical Education Hall of Fame for Sport. Prior to Texas Tech, she served in faculty and leadership roles at University of North Carolina State University, State University of West Georgia, and University of Kansas, and she served as a distinguished visiting professor at the United States Military Academy. She earned her bachelor's degree from University of Arkansas, master's and doctoral degrees from the Ohio State University, and an MBA from University of North Carolina. Our fourth honoree is not physically with us, but I believe joining online, Dr. John Masselli, CPA. Dr. Masselli joined Texas Tech in 1998 and is the Haskell Taylor Professor of Taxation in the Rawls College of Business. He's director and faculty advisor of the Master's Accounting Program and leader of a summer study abroad program in Prague. He created the program in 2004 based on his own life-changing study abroad experience and believes that his greatest achievement here at Tech has been helping to expand our international footprint. In 2015, he received our Global Vision Lifetime Achievement Award. Recently, he and two colleagues received a U.S. Department of Education grant for more than $180,000 to launch the Rawls Global Learning Opportunities and Business Education Project to expand experiential learning and international development opportunities for students. He's been a member of our Teaching Academy since 2002 and received a variety of teaching awards, including the Mortarboard Faculty Recognition and Apple Polishing Awards, the Ex-Students Association New Faculty Award, and multiple Excellence in Teaching Awards from Lockheed Martin, Texas Tech, and the Rawls College. His role in launching the Rawls Diversity Symposium in 2016 and helping plan the annual event demonstrates his long commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. He's been a licensed certified public accountant for more than 34 years and maintains a small practice specializing in individual, conduit entity, and nonprofit organization taxation. He provides pro bono tax and accounting advice to multiple nonprofits, serves on the national training faculty of Ernst & Young, the editorial board of the ATA Journal of Legal Tax Research, and has co-authored one of the leading textbooks in tax research. His primary research interests are in behavioral and archival taxation and business model innovations, and his work's been featured in numerous publications. He earned a bachelor's degree from Fairfield University, master's degree from University of Hartford, and his doctorate from Georgia State University. We'll now recognize our Distinguished Research Award recipients, the first of whom is Dr. Ryan Heckenbrock. Ryan's an associate professor in Department of English and writes on the relationship between Christianity and literature with an emphasis on European Renaissance. His first book, National Reckonings, The Last Judgment and Literature in Milton's England, shows how the expectation of apocalypse shaped the thinking of John Milton, Thomas Hobbes, and other architects of modern political theory. He's currently at work on Darwin in Eden, a book that explores conflicts of faith and science in the works of Charles Darwin, Thomas Huxley, and other proponents of evolutionary theory. A past fellow of the Huntington Library and recipient of the Natalie Zeman Davis Award for Outstanding Scholarship, Dr. Hackenbrock has published articles on a variety of subjects, including Catholic funeral rites, Renaissance pacifism, and the role of Genesis in science fiction. He received his doctorate from Penn State University. Our second recipient is Dr. Jay Hoon Lee. Dr. Lee is an associate professor in the Department of Educational Psychology, Leadership, and Counseling, where he serves as program coordinator. He also serves as faculty at Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center and is an adjunct associate professor at Baylor College of Medicine. His research and teaching are specialized in the area of methodology. His research program utilizes Monte Carlo simulations to evaluate the performance of latent variable models, mixture models, Bayesian statistics, and propensity score analyses with complex and, quote, less favorable data. His research is supported through 33 federal, 11 foundation, and 11 private industry grants. He's authored or co-authored 144 peer-reviewed journal articles, 2 book chapters, and has advised numerous grad students who work in academia and in the data science industry. His research group uses novel approaches to develop and refine research methods, modeling techniques, and instruments, and adapt those advances to real-life questions in various disciplines, including education, psychology, human and social science, special populations, public and mental health, medical science, brain imaging, and biomechanics. The overall goal of his lab and research is to make significant contributions to the field of measurement, methodology, and data science to enhance practices of education, practitioners, and academic communities. Congratulations. Our third recipient is Dr. Brian Mclaughlin. Dr. Mclaughlin is an associate professor of advertising in the College of Media and Communication. His research interests are centered on how identities are socially constructed, communicated, and interpreted, and the conditions under which mediated messages either exacerbate or attenuate intergroup conflict and division. His current research focuses on how political narratives are processed and experienced by citizens and the consequences of these experiences for attitudes and political conflict. He's authored or co-authored 31 peer-reviewed manuscripts and been the PI or co-PI on 7 grants totaling more than $215,000. He has received an Association for Education in Journalism and Mass Communications Emerging Scholar Award and has been recognized for faculty excellence in research, scholarship, and creative activity by our university. He earned his doctorate at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Congratulations. And our fourth recipient is Dr. Andrew Stetson. He is an associate professor and senior associate director in the School of Music, and his research and teaching specialization is in musical performance with a primary specialty in trumpet. Since arriving at Texas Tech in 2013, he has appeared publicly as a performer, clinician, or presenter for more than 100 concerts and events. His students have received recognition in important international music competitions and are in teaching positions in public and private schools across the U.S. and competitive graduate placements at top U.S. music schools. He was recognized for his teaching in 2016 as the recipient of the Hemphill Wells New Professor Excellence in Teaching Award. He looks forward to performing as a soloist with the Orquestra Sinfonica do Recife. It's close as we're going to get with my Portuguese. Brazil's oldest symphony orchestra this summer. His debut solo album is available for sales and streaming worldwide on Amazon, Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube, and receives playback in numerous countries around the world. He focuses on collaboration between students and professional performers in his creative activities and is proud to have featured more than 100 Texas Tech students on his album. Congratulations.
It's always great to go through and listen to the breadth of everything that's covered. I will say that that's the first time we've ever had somebody that specialized in taxes and bankruptcy both at the same presentation ceremony. So I don't know if that speaks more toward the research we're doing or more toward the society we live in, but either way, it's important. So that's it for the formal ceremony. We've got refreshments in the back. Please, please, please take a moment to congratulate all of our recipients, and we do appreciate you being here. You guys have a great afternoon.